So a little bit about me. I am Holly Nowak, as was mentioned. I am a project manager with MIRON Construction. I've been with MIRON full-time as a project manager for 3 years. I've been an intern with MIRON for about 2 years before then while I was going to school. So depending on the person that asks me, I've been with MIRON for a total of 5 years. So it's been a great opportunity and a great experience. MIRON provides a lot of responsibilities for those who are willing to take hold and take things and run with them. And I've really enjoyed my experience here so far. An overview about MIRON. Who are we? We are a general contractor, which means we build things. Primarily, we build buildings, and there are a number of different market sectors that we enter into, which we'll get to in a little bit. But primarily, we are a builder. We were founded by a builder, P.G. MIRON. He was a mason by trade, so our roots are in building and in construction. We are a family-owned business, which is awesome. We have a very family feel, even though we have over 1,500 employees employed at MIRON. You never lose that family feel. And we are one of the largest builders in Wisconsin. So we are primarily Wisconsin-based, but we do have projects that span across the United States as well. So what exactly do we do? Aside from building buildings, we are responsible for managing costs, managing the schedule, and making sure the quality of a building project is up to snuff and within the expectations of an owner and the designers that designed the building. So we take the plans and specifications that architects and engineers prepare, and we bring them to life. We provide a variety of other services as well, including pre-construction, so we can help the design team and help the owner make sure that their cost and their constructability of a given project is on par. So once those drawings are finalized and we move forward with the building project, there's no surprises of what the cost of that building is. So we provide those pre-construction services as well. We provide virtual construction services, which means that we build a building or build a structure in a virtual format before a drop of concrete hits the ground. It's really cool how technology has progressed in that we can put cost, we can put schedule to something in a virtual format and make modifications to those items without having to expend resources in physically building everything. But those virtual construction services are pretty neat. A couple of the markets that we serve, schools, hospitals, we build fire stations, we build office buildings, we build parks, we build pools, we build paper plants, cheese plants, and a wide variety of markets we serve. It's really interesting being part of a company that does service all of those different markets because you're always learning and always adjusting. In my career path, which I'll share in a little bit, I've been able to get some experience in a variety of these different market sectors, which has really been a challenge and something that I've really enjoyed. A little bit more about my specific career path. It all started at Edgar High School. I grew up just a couple miles west of Wausau, born and raised in Edgar High School. I took a number of Project Lead the Way courses throughout my high school career, which really set me up for an interest in construction. I went to college at Milwaukee School of Engineering, or MSOE, and received a Bachelor of Science degree in Construction Management and Architectural Engineering. I had a number of internships throughout my college career, which really helped me identify construction management and project management as my dream job, essentially. I interned for RTM Engineering as an engineering intern specifically for electrical and mechanical systems within buildings. And then I interned for Mortenson and MIRON as a project management intern. And like I said, it was really through those internship experiences that helped me understand what I liked and what I didn't like about the construction industry. Some of the responsibilities that I had as an intern are really the responsibilities that a true project manager would have, but you're protected a little bit from your boss, so you don't have to screw up too bad, or you don't get in trouble as much if you mess up. So some of those responsibilities include document processing and document management, such as RFIs, which are requests for information or questions to the design team or the owner about how a specific element in a building would look or be presented. Change pricing, so if a change would happen to a given project, we would have to request pricing from contractors to make sure the owner and the design team would understand how much it would cost to make a given change to their building. Schedule management and scheduling, and a lot of phone calls and emails coordinating between subcontractors, owners, and architects to make sure that the building stays on schedule, within budget, and quality is on par and to expectations. A few of the projects that I've worked on as a project manager, as a full-time project manager with MIRON, is a loading dock expansion for Ager Pier Cheese Plant in Wyega, or a wastewater treatment plant in Turtle Lake, which is over by Eau Claire. And a project that I'm working on now is Marshfield Clinic's Stevens Point Hospital expansion. It's a hospital addition to their existing clinic in their Stevens Point location. It's been really cool to see the level of involvement that I have in projects expand over the last couple of years, and the responsibilities that I have built year after year. Again, it always keeps me challenged, keeps me on my toes, and pushing to the next level. So this project has been a really great experience. A lot of different elements to it that make it unique. You can see a large curtain wall system in the front, all of that glass and glazing, in addition to the masonry structure here as well. So building with a lot of different materials, and experiencing a lot of different systems within a hospital, such as an operating room, decontamination rooms, and things of that nature. A day in the life of a project manager is busy. There's no doubt about it. The days go fast. In the morning, I touch base with the superintendent. The superintendent is the person that's physically on site that makes sure the work gets put in place in an appropriate way. So we chat in the morning for about 10 to 15 minutes just to touch base and make sure everything is going smoothly. And if there's anything critical that needs to be addressed that day, we talk about it at that time. We do a lot of phone calls and emails during the day, again, constantly coordinating with a number of different parties to make sure a building project gets put in place appropriately. We do some schedule updates. I run owner meetings and architect meetings, subcontractor meetings, lots of correspondence, lots of coordination, and manage change pricing. Lots of document management as well, and I really get a good mix of being in the office and in the field. About 2 times a week, I make visits to the project or visits to the job sites or the field to get a feel for where things are at, walk with the superintendents, have meetings and talk specifically about details that are in the field, and really see the project progress. That's probably my favorite part about being in this industry, is you get to see the project and a building really come to life in front of your eyes. And as I mentioned before, being home with my family is something that I prioritize. So I really enjoy that opportunity to come home to my family every night. Aside from project management and what I do, there are a wide variety of other opportunities within construction, specifically within the trades. Something that MIRON takes pride in is our Build Like a Girl event. This event is revolved around sparking the interest of construction and the trades within the younger girls in school. There are a number of apprenticeship programs and opportunities out there to get started. So similar with the internship experiences that I had in project management, apprenticeships are pretty much the same thing, but for the trades. The application process is super easy. You apply to your local union. There's a basic math test that's needing to be taken. You submit your high school transcripts, and then interview with a local contractor. Just make sure that you're a good fit. The terms of those apprenticeships are listed here, and you get paid pretty darn good, I have to say. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but definitely better than your minimum wage job. A couple of the skills and qualities that are required for an apprenticeship is time management. Don't we all? Time is precious. And we need to make sure that we're showing up on time and managing our time well while we're doing our work. Basic math skills, basic communication skills, always adapting and changing, being challenged to progress to the next level and produce the best products that you can, and a positive attitude. A positive attitude gets you a long ways in life in general, and especially within apprenticeships in the construction industry. A couple of the qualifications for apprenticeships are listed here as well. There are apprenticeship opportunities in a number of different trades and a number of different unions, including concrete, masonry, and carpentry, just to name a few. Concrete can be really, really cool. What's shown here are some tall foundation walls. You can see the scale of those foundation walls with the men that are standing above them. Just massive concrete structures can be built, which is just really, really cool. Forming, pouring, finishing, both horizontal and vertical construction. It can be really cool to see and to put in place. Masonry is one of my favorite building materials. Masonry can be either structural, so load bearing, or it can be architectural and decorative with stone veneers, such as what's below. Masonry is really cool in that there is a wide variety of materials that you can work with. And you can work in a number of different settings, such as scaffolding that's shown above, or just simply off the ground, which is shown below. Apprenticeships in carpentry is there are a wide variety of opportunities within carpentry as well. There's rough carpentry, which is using 2x4s and rough framing materials, which is shown in the picture, or finished carpentry, which is decorative trim or setting doors or installing casework and cabinetry, so on and so forth. So there are a wide variety of opportunities within carpentry as well. Equipment operating has to be my favorite, though. I'm a huge fan of big equipment, especially cranes. If I could be a crane operator, go back, I would. I love being around the big machinery, seeing it lift heavy loads, putting a lot of work into place, moving dirt. That's fun stuff. So operators are probably one of my favorites as well, and they can operate a wide variety of equipment. Ironworkers and millwrights are a couple of the other trades that have apprenticeship opportunities as well. And MIRON actually hires and employs a number of different apprentices, journeymen, and foremen within the variety of trades that are listed here. So not only does MIRON provide the management services that I do, but we also put work in place, get our hands dirty, put our boots on the ground, and execute work to make a building come to life. And Lynn, that is the end of my presentation. What other questions can I answer for you or for your students?
One thing you said that you got interested in technical education classes in Edgar. So what drew you to get into the tech ed classes when you were there?
It's funny because it's a classic story of mom is always right. I wanted to stay safe with my class choices in high school. I wanted to take the classes I was familiar with, and then I knew the ones that my friends were in and so on. But my mom challenged me to step outside of my box and challenged me to take one of the first Project Lead the Way courses, which was Introduction to Engineering and Design, and I loved it. So if it wasn't for my mom's push, I wouldn't have gotten into it, but it was from that first Intro to Engineering Design class that I really fell in love with it. We toured a construction project when I was in high school as well during one of those Project Lead the Way courses, which really got me interested into the construction industry, just the magic of bringing something out of nothing, and the coordination of it all was really mesmerizing.
Very cool. You did a really good job of talking about the different employability skills. And I know I have a husband in the trades. His father was also an iron worker forever. So I know that there are lots of codes that you have to be up to date on. Mm-hmm. So can you talk a little bit about the professional development that you still have to do even after you're done with your, in your case, your bachelor's degree, in order to keep up to date on things like codes?
Yes, definitely. OSHA requirements are probably one of the biggest things. OSHA mainly focusing on health and safety of workers within the job site. So I believe the basic requirement is OSHA 10, but the next step is OSHA 30, which means you're spending 30 hours to learn about the standards that keep people safe while they're working on those job sites. So OSHA 10, OSHA 30 are some of those classes that will likely be required within the trades and apprenticeship programs such as that. Basic operator training such as forklifts, such as boom lifts, those types of trainings are important and are likely things that would set you apart from the rest. Small tools training on things of that nature, being skilled and trained within your specific task or the specific scope of work that you're looking to perform. Those trainings are also important. And the unions really help you through that. If you get into the union, get into an apprenticeship program, they do a really great job of providing a lot of those classes, a lot of those co-curriculars that can help you learn and develop those professional skills that are specialty to that trade.
And then last, just what advice would you have for high school students, especially girls who may be interested in working with their hands and kind of, what advice could you give them for getting involved in the trades?
Just try it. Step out of your comfort zone and just try it. If you think you might have an interest in something, take a leap of faith and try it. There's no harm in trying something and changing your mind later on down the road. You never want to go through life with any regrets, and take every opportunity that you can. So if you think you're interested in getting your hands dirty, take a woodshop class, take a welding class, take something that helps you build something with your hands, and like I said, gets you out of your comfort zone of what you typically do. So just try it. You'll never know if you like it.